What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the strip. So, yeah. Hassan is still on that bullshit. Hornier than ever. But we gonna get into it. Along with other bloggers. And along with other things. And some educational talk as usual. But I also want to address a comment. I want to answer a comment that was made in the comment section about hip hop. And the comment was, I first of all, let me give this disclaimer. The person asked the question very respectfully. So my response is very respectful. My response is only coming from information from my direction, how I received it, within the year's age of research and study in which I received it. But I welcome all comments because that's what this platform is for. This platform is like a family. So when you ask questions in the chat, as I told you previously in the start of doing these videos, I will address this on video, whether it's to help your platform or whether it's to just raise some awareness or some conversation. So this answer is to, if you guys check the chat, Miss Matthews. Good question. I'm going to address that. No malicious intent, no sarcasm, just from what I know, you know. And also, I'm open to feedback because also on this platform, he who thinks he knows it all will ultimately find out that he knows nothing at all. With that being said, the question was posed. I'm not looking at it verbatim, so I'm going to paraphrase. It was concerning hip hop, and if hip hop was indeed, I guess the question is started in New York, something like that. When did they have time to travel? Where did they get the funds to travel and Swagger Jack from? If it was started there in the year that Kool Herc. Let me just hold on. Let me just break it down to you like this. So anyway, people credit Kool Herc and that particular show that was done in 1973 on, what was that? Cedric and Sidewalk, 1520 Cedric and Sidewalk. So they'll say that that was the start of hip hop. Although many say that, let's get into the clear-cut information. Now, my sources come from hip-hop historians. So KRS-One, Professor Griff, Black Dot, etc., etc. See, I've been alive. I was alive when the term hip-hop was coined. I was born already. So, here it goes. That wasn't the birth in 1973 of hip-hop because that was the birth of something else. It wasn't the birth of hip-hop until after we had already been infiltrated. And as a matter of fact, the term, the words hip-hop period came from, excuse me, Keith Cowboy Wiggins. He was a member of the Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. And this was coined in 1978. And it was actually really just a military joke that stuck. Now, Kool Herc was credited because something happened, situations went bad, but Kool Herc had that Caribbean system, that Caribbean sound system of stacking speakers and that boom. So yeah, he brought that too to it. as far as the swagger jacking and all that to build up whatever it was, we all know that the arts people were traveling across the country during that time. Whereas you still also have to understand that the information you're giving by so-called historians in school and colleges when you learn these things is still the oppressive information if you haven't put your boots on the ground and really talk to people who were living and operating during that time frame to give you narrative. So, yeah, we do know that the term hip-hop was coined in 78. But just to sidebar and to reiterate and to go further, what we have now is not hip-hop. It's not. What we have now is just entertainment. There's no breakers. There's no graffiti. Nobody telling stories about real life. What you call real life is a propagated idea of a hood mentality type life. You know what I'm saying? So we got to understand these things. And we have to really dig deep into these things and the way we loosely throw this stuff around. I meant what I said and how I said it because I'm in context to me speaking it. See, we know that even if you want to credit that to Kool Herc, we know for a fact that there were musicians predating 1973 that spit and spoke the same style as what you call that original hip hop through poets and jazz artists. So if you want to accredit hip hop, you would have to give it to some of those poets, those jazz artists, and some of those people who came from the islands who influenced us with that boom and that bang. That was a line from Devin the Dude. My God. Anyway, now back to Bussan Handful. Because a lot of people that watch these videos, I got some haters in the comments. And as usual, I welcome the haters. Because for real, every side has multiple stories, multiple angles, multiple perspectives in which you could look at it, except this one. See, you got people talking about, well, Hassan, he's spitting facts, he's spitting the truth, he's spitting. Look, facts and truth are two different things. Truth is. Facts are a combination of opinions that you forged and say is a fact, but can be refuted or can be argued and debated. Truth is. There's no debating that. So here's a person who you keep saying is so influential, positively influential. We have current footage of this guy reaching for a pistol while having a confrontation with a younger person. We have several videos of himself acting outside of influential. It's time for somebody to pull your coattail. It's cool you got numbers, bro. It's cool you making money, bro. And beside that, I don't dislike you. I dislike things you say and how you say them. And I dislike the fact that you're uneducated in certain aspects of how you're delivering this and aiming to the youth and people when you need to first wash yourself publicly so that then we can receive the real you. You see, I'm very transparent. Very transparent. I have no problem discussing no point in time or aspect in my life because that's what it's all about. If I want to build with somebody, I need to be able to know their strengths and weaknesses and vice versa. See, y'all so pussy. Y'all, you want to keep arguing with women. You want to keep going at celebrities. Now, trust me, I'm all on knowing about Boule and all the rest of that stuff that people used to call conspiracy. But I see now a lot of y'all is bringing this up and building platforms about this information that is so old. To the true studiers, that's old information. And a lot of y'all's information is regurgitated, propagandized, commercialized ways of receiving that information. That's what I'm saying. Not only that, when do we get to a point where, man, hold on. Let me relight this. Hold on. Wifey got the lighter. When do we get to a place where we just pick and choose what we consider wholesome for ourselves to take in and ingest? Let me break this down to you. Here's a guy who don't mislead what I'm saying. Keep it in context. See, that's what you New Yorkers are doing. You're taking it out of context. When I make a New York comment and it's pertaining to Hassan, that's who the fuck I'm talking to. And that's what the fuck I'm talking about. If you take it personal, that's on you. That's on you if you take that personal. I've been to New York. I've been to many places. I talk down on none of them because all of them got a ghetto. All of them got a suburb. All of them have sun-kissed people. So never get what I'm saying misled, because I speak direct, as I continuously say. When I'm talking to A, I'm talking to A, and I don't shift to B until I state that I'm shifting to B so that A can follow me. Okay? Now, here you have a person who has admitted to having a mental problem. A person who has admitted to have been fondled in home wrongly, but left home due to a rejection of rules to go and play freely. Okay? Went to the penitentiary on his own merit of bad decision making. Obviously, through the psyche of what he's saying and how he says things, he was not, quote unquote, rehabilitated. And this is the person that you're saying you're taking advice from, you're learning from. Not one time on any of those particular lives do I see anything about doing for people. What I see is an exploitation of our young men killing and murdering themselves. That's what I see. I also see an exploitation of positioning that you weren't privy to, bro. You keep coming at my man Kwame. You are not the same, bro. You are not. You right. You are not the same. Kwame was focused. That's how he made it to the NBA. He was focused. Whether somebody handpicked him, poked him out, you know how that part go. However it went, he made it there. He made his family some money. Whatever he went through, whatever he sacrificed, he did it. His position, though, now, you get to asking people, why don't they expose this and why don't they expose that? I'm here to ask y'all, why y'all not exposing nothing? The shit y'all exposing is the bullshit. It's the commercial side. You keep talking about he's on the dirty side of YouTube. Bro, this is the dirty side of YouTube. The people, look, let me tell you something, for all y'all religious people like you. Y'all believe that there was a Jesus Christ guy kicking it around. I'm here to tell you, if you go according to that story, then he was around the dirty people bringing his message. That's who he was around. The prostitutes, the thieves, and the dirty end. He wasn't kicking it with the Caesar and all them. But you're in the dirty end, bro. I'm going to show you why you're in the dirty end. Because you can't take notes from none of your videos and cross-reference that and put it into curriculum form to teach a young person or a person of equal or greater age anything. Okay, so you had a video currently where you mentioned all that the government is giving. That's not information that you stupid. That $450,000 that Joe Biden is giving to the immigrants, you stupid gup. That's old business that on the intellectuals channels who have greater numbers than yours. I don't know why you think you booming like that. But some of them intellectuals have greater numbers than yours, but on those important channels that's discussing things that we should be discussing, like economic direction, collaborative cooperation, healthcare, gardening, woodcrafting, metalworks, coding, and things of that sort. That's the clean end. Bitch, when I'm down there, I ain't never seen you. I ain't never seen you in one of them lives. Never seen you in one of them chats. Because that ain't what you do, bro. So yeah, I'm sick and tired of you. Because you one of the problems. Don't shift it to somebody else. Don't try to play the victim. You brought your business out here. So when anybody addresses the shit that you say, that shit ain't clout chasing pussy. That's man-to-man combat. You opened your mouth and you received some combat. For the rest of y'all, it's the same thing. Some of y'all half men ass niggas out there talking about some, oh yeah, he be chopping it up. He be speaking the truth. You know what? You know who says things like that? Men that's like him. Men that's single. Men that come from abusive families. Men that have no dreams, aspiration, and no get up. That's who listen to him and say, that's inspirational. That's good shit. I smack the fuck out of one of y'all. Y'all come on here talking about some, y'all sit y'all sons down in front of this and listen to this. Now, I would sit my son down in front of Urban X TV. I would sit my son down in front of Kwame. And in front of my brother Skinny. You know what I'm saying? I can go further into, I could sit my son down in front of Sonetta TV. Black News 102 sometimes. Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Claude Anderson. Like, we can get into who. I can sit my son down and let him watch a lecture of Francis Cress Welsing. But would I ever let him watch you? No. I don't even want to let him hear you in my background. See, because one thing for sure and two things for certain. I always stand on what I say. So yeah, I don't per se like you or much of what you stand for or much of what you say. But as a studier, I must watch you. See, because the haters will say, well, why y'all watching? Strategy, stupid. This chess not checkers. If you ain't watching and fucking with your enemy, then you ain't at war for real. Then y'all guppies ain't got no fucking ammunition. I'm not talking about bullets. You can't speak worth a shit. You can't pronounce words. You have no resources. That's teaching. Bring that to the people. Oh, as a matter of fact, I tell you what, since you always jumping down the necks of our women, you and Tommy Stupid Ear, why don't y'all be the pioneers of some groundbreaking action being taken on behalf of our women? Why don't y'all be platforms like this that we don't talk down on women over here? Why? Because how do men that love women talk down on women? How do a man that have a mama and a grandma talk down on a woman? The same vessel that put him here, but you disrespect it. You talk down on it. Look, the biggest man, no matter what is said from a woman, how it's said, ain't gonna say nothing back to her. Period. For one, he's so sure of himself, he ain't got the time. I'm a man. What am I argue with you for? Okay, you're right. I'm about to turn around and go that way. Roll me up something and blaze it up. That's what I'm about to do. So yeah, that's what's going on. So people, they wanna say, well, you guys is just jumping down his neck, and why y'all keep coming at him? If you guys watched him, you know. But if you watch him and you don't know, then that's the sad part. He not the only one, but he the one doing stupid shit right now. He the one that's doing the most stupid and deserves the attention he's getting right now. It's a thin line between information and education, bro. See, you appeasing to people who want to hear the bullshit that you saying and the way you're saying it, though. Which we can clearly see the intellect of your crowd, no matter how large. Which one of y'all taking offense to it, or what profession you may have while listening to him and applauding. See, some of y'all say, well, I think it's good that he's been through all he been through and he's successful now. Success is an illusion and is only measured by certain standards. Because of this illusion, it's subjective. To him, he might be successful. To you who have less, he might be successful. But to an intellect with equal or greater value, that is the bottom of the barrel. So you didn't go to college? You didn't try to take no side courses? You didn't try to further your education? You don't have no gifts, no talents? You don't have no brand? Oh, Hassan Campbell is the brand? You stupid. You stupid. I always say, I be mad at men who try to hide under the, oh, I'm doing this for the youth. And you still a youth. Fuck you mean? Don't you know the penitentiary time that you did was lost? So you think you, whatever high age you is, -5 of that. Because you lost that in stunted development. And in arrested development, you lost that in the penitentiary. Then minus another 5 because you were already that many years immature in decision making. That's what I'm saying. See over here, that's what time it is. It's time to use the algorithm the right way. The world's steady moving, and we steady sitting back wanting to be entertained. I bet you could quote to me how many points LeBron scored, how many minutes KD played. Well, can you tell me how much is Bitcoin going for right now? Can you trade me a Dogecoin? Perhaps can you tell me where there's some good real estate? Or better yet, can you tell me the perfect place to send my child so that during his junior high school years, he can get the optimal of his brown skin, growth and development going on? No, you can't tell me none of that shit. And we can't turn to Dr. Umar because ain't no FDMMG school yet. It's been a time on that too. I'm getting to that too. But hey, we still on Hassan right now. You see, at war, people say, well, all I see on y'all black people just going at each other and going at each other. See, here's the thing. In order to get somewhere ahead and come out of a certain condition, y'all don't want to confront the shit and go through it so that you can rebuild. Y'all want to sit back and hope shit fade away or another person gonna fix the shit for you. No. My uncle once told me some of the illest shit so quickly, so minutely, but it made the most sense. There's no revolution without bloodshed. Now, as I find me a lighter to get back on this stove, y'all chill out on the air for a second. I'll be right back because I do got some other things to discuss with y'all. Again, thank you to the subscribers. Keep liking. Please share and like. And I do encourage you guys to engage in conversation in my comments. I like that. We're ready to talk back. We have to raise conversations. We have to have dialogue to fix shit. Unbiased dialogue. Non-aggressive. Non-malicious. If you ask or bring it up, if I don't know about it, I'm going to bring it up in the video so that somebody in here who do know about it can bring it and put it on the table. We have to each one teach one, and I'm with that. Let's do it. Let's go. Walk with me. Like my old school said, what? June, hey, what you say? Talk to me, I'll talk back. You feel me? Man, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.